Hello, fellow traders. This is Paul Limmel. Finally getting a pretty good shot at Tesla on this breakout of that prior range. It's acting pretty well right up against that 500 PPP. And so we're looking potentially for a good swing going into 2026 on it. Let's break down the cup cycles. The BMI over here, I didn't mark that up, but the BMI is about crazy, about 23 BMI or so, vector of 1. And the pullback into the cup, I had to go out to the monthly chart on this just because this cup unfolded over such a long time just based on that big gain. Had a lot of time and needed to process the pullback into the cup. So basically the first cycle in the pullback was a TM5, very common cycle after a big run. Next one was a TW13. It's a 47 to 53 week cycle. And you can see once it got out of that TM5 cycle set to TW13, the lows held above this Cat 1 cycle lows. So price squeeze is coming in right below that $200 psychological price point, and did have a split in there. Let me see, split was back here. So this is split adjusted. So we had a next spike, cat line was a TM8, and then the best primary trend line was a TY-2. That's a 3.5 year cycle. Ended up working out pretty much perfectly on that pullback in that 300 PPP or so. So you can see we had a nice break out of that a few months back, August or so, and just been consolidating above that TY2 line. And now we're poised to break out of the TM8. Again, the $500 psychological price point. It can really start flying once we get out of there. Now over here, you had basically, after the PBC zone, you had 3 waves. Took about 17 months, a year and a half, 1.5 year cycle. So we'll do the same. Hard to tell. Again, you got a lot of news coming up in 2026 and beyond with Tesla. So this thing could really break out strongly coming out of that cup. So let's look at some price targets based on cycles. Okay, the cycle targets based on the breakout from the cup floor. TM5 cycle, that's a 12 to 15 month cycle. North channel is around $600 or so. TM5X is around about close to $900 on that. And TM5-2X around $1,200. That would be a 140% gain if it hit that. Again, this can play out over the next year and a half or so easily. And again, if it gets the news behind this gets really good, this thing could fly just like it did over here. Big time move. So it looks pretty good so far, and it's acting well in this pullback retest of the TY2 line. Let's look at the stock rating on it. Okay, stock rating on Tesla is a A-91. It's an excellent rating. We're just about in that real high range. 92 to 95 is about, you get a handful of those per year. Really, really good setups on it. So hopefully this will follow through. Again, this is a TY2 trade. BMI and vector 23 and 1. Risk profile A. And the stock rating, again, A91. And the current market rating is A+. Again, if you want to find out more about how we get to that, go to bitcoinertradingclub.club/market-rating. So again, Tesla, good play going into 2026. And this will be our last report until January 5th, but we're going to have a list of the top 10 cycle-based stocks going into the new year. And we'll have a link to that. Just check back on our Twitter feed and YouTube feed prior to January 5th, and you can get information about where to get that list. Hope you have a great holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy New Year. Catch you after the first of the year in 2026. Take care. If you're interested in our trading style and want to join the club or get one-on-one coaching, head over to cycletradingtraining.com. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.